Hello my siblings and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl teaire.griffin and I'm back again with another video. So you know your girl is very opinionated and I came to give my opinion about the Ayesha Curry and the Red Table Talk interview. Now let's be clear. I don't think that what the girl said was wrong. I believe that the way that it's being taken is wrong because I believe a lot of people are projecting. But I don't believe what she said was wrong. But if we're going to get deep into this and what I believe that Ayesha Curry, what she really was saying was, I don't want to be lost in just being Steph Curry's wife. Not so much the attention, because men and women get attention differently. And I believe that's the difference between men and women. But for her, I don't even believe she was talking about attention from men. I don't even believe that she's talking about slide in my DMs, boo-boo, and let me just turn you down. I believe she's saying, I feel like after everything that I've given to the world as Ayesha Curry, I don't want that to be lost. And then I'm just coined as Steph Curry's wife. Like this video if you agree with me. I don't believe that she's jealous of him, his fame, his superstardom. I don't believe that she's jealous. I believe she's afraid that she's gonna become lost in his shadow. That's real. That's real, and I'm glad that she shared it because a lot of women may feel as if they're lost in their husband's shadow or their man's shadow, and that can be scary because you're like, but I'm a person too. I'm not just a mother. I'm not just a wife. I'm not just a friend. I'm not just a daughter. These are my titles. Who am I? I'm Teaire. Insert your name. I'm Teaire. And God gave me a purpose too, and my purpose was not to come down to earth to marry you. That's a part of the purpose. That's a part of the assignment to get me to the overall. But my purpose was not just to be Steph Curry's wife. So I don't believe that she's jealous. I believe that she doesn't want to get lost. I feel like she doesn't want to be in his shadow. And I don't believe that behind every great man is a great woman. So he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So it's not behind every great man is a great woman. It's wherever there's a great man, there's a great woman somewhere not far behind. She's either raising the children or she's raising the wife. But now women want to be great, not just in their household domestic abilities. They want to be great in life. They want to fulfill the purpose that God has given unto them. So she's showing up well and representing him well as a mother, a wife, and a friend. But who is Ayesha? When you take away all of those titles, who are you? And that's not just for Ayesha, that's for you that wants to be a wife and for the wives that now. Women are multifaceted in all of that, but they're trying not to lose themselves in the shadow. That's all she was saying. I don't want to be in this man's shadow. I don't want to be, like, just think about it. If you buy her cookbook, they're like, well, who cookbook you buy? Ayesha Curry. Oh, you talking about Steph Curry's wife? The association, and that's where I get in trouble a lot. Like, you ask about somebody and my association may not be your association. This is how I remember them. You know how people are like, oh, the dark girl. Oh, you talk about the bigger one. Oh, the one that got this and the one that got that. Like, we don't even know how to give the right association. And it can come to that place. Oh, the YouTube channel with Ayesha. Oh, you talk about Steph Curry wife channel. You know, everything has to be with him. And that can become a place of resentment as well. But I want to encourage her to stay in her lane and also for you to stay in your lane. And don't strive to be a trophy wife, but be a boss and a master of your craft. So be Ayesha or be whatever your name is. Be Teaire, be Jill, be Trell, be Regina, be Dia, be fill in those people's names that came to my mind. Be you, be your name. Don't be your name. Okay, be who God has called you to be, because when we get married, we don't want to lose ourselves in a relationship. Because if you get married and you don't know your purpose, you will become his shadow, especially when he's walking in his purpose. But you should never have to trade off your purpose for your marriage. It shouldn't be when you get married and then you find your purpose, you have to give up your purpose for your marriage or give up your marriage for your purpose. That's not the trade-off. That's not what it was ever intended to be. You were supposed to have the marriage because you were never called just to be somebody's wife. You have a purpose. Like, we didn't come to this earth to get married. Now, if it's a part of the assignment, and if it's a part of making that assignment and the purpose of God be glorified and magnified and all of that, then that's a part of it. But you were not sent to earth to marry him. Ayesha Curry was not sent to earth to marry Steph Curry and to be Steph Curry's trophy wife. She was sent into the earth to be Ayesha, don't know her last name, but to be whatever God has called her to be, and then they're joined together. And who she is supposed to be magnified and developed in that, but now she feels as if it's being lost based on her own projection of her relationship or her marriage or whatever her situation, is. But I'm glad she shared, because like I said, a lot of women feel this way. Nobody wants to be so-and-so's blank. So-and-so's blank. So-and-so's blank. You want your name. God gave you a name and he wants that name to be great. He told Abraham, I'll make your name great. He told Abraham to make his name great. And there's also women in the Bible who don't even have a name, but what they did was great, and you will never forget these women. So God wants to make you great. Even in your singleness, while you're single right now, don't worry about getting his last name to be finally great. Before God changed Abraham's name, Abram, he told Abram, I'm going to make your name great. Before he even gave Abram the promise of nations coming from him, he gave it to him in the state of when he was Abram, which doesn't need father of many nations. Abraham means father of many nations, but Abram does not. Okay? So when I think of even basketball wives, right? So not many wives that I see are anything but wives. Shawnee O'Neal tried it, and she came up with this reality TV show, whatever it should be, that was thumbs down, basketball wives. But then they started prompting themselves on that. Then half the women that were on basketball wives wasn't even wives. They were girlfriends, exes. It was a foolish mess. Okay, so you have to be more than just his wife. And then when you come out of the shadow, do something that's going to be productive and not counterproductive, to put dirt on your name. When I think about Ayesha Curry, I think about a boss. I think about a woman that's doing the darn thing. I think about a woman who carries herself beautifully as a Christian woman in a dominated world of worldliness and sin. That's what I think of her. As a boss, as a YouTuber, as a cookbook, as a TV as the cook on the thing. And then last is like, oh, Steph Curry's wife. But for me, she's made her name great and associated it. He's like the latter part. But before that, but it's all about projection and how she sees it. Although you marry him, there is still greatness. And I want you to realize that, and I want Ayesha to also realize that there's still greatness inside of you. Like, you are still great. Whether his name is attached to yours or not, you are still great. And be great in your own name. And that just, it's like almost like the icing on the cake. Like, the marriage isn't the whole cake. That woman has put so much into who she is. And the marriage is the cherry on the top. That's what I honestly believe. But it's fair, false evidence appearing real, that she's becoming lost in his shadow. Because that's what it looks like. Because maybe all she hears is Steph Curry's wife, Steph Curry's wife, Steph Curry. She was like, but I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. So it's false evidence appearing real. And she shared her truth, so now she needs our support as boss women to pray for her, as her sisters to pray for her, and basically like encourage her. And I want her to find the root of her issue. Because if not, I wrote here, if it's not eliminated, it can become a cancer, and it can affect everything that she does. Or it can become a chameleon where she starts to try to do everything that everybody else is doing in order to make herself remain relevant. But whenever God gives you a purpose, he will breathe on that thing. And as long as she is Ayesha Curry, everything that is supposed to be hers, the universe is going to bend towards giving her everything that has her name on it. But I also said this. I want her to find the source of your issue, and I want you to find the source of your issue, because if not, you will start competing and eventually lose yourself. Because what happens is we'll start overcompensating for the projection that we feel about ourselves and end up losing the very thing that we don't want to let go of. He's out there, he's all this and all of that, and I'm becoming Ayesha. I feel like she feels that she's like diminishing and becoming smaller as he's becoming greater. And again, that's so fair, because that's how she's projecting it from herself. She shared her truth, so I feel like now it's our time to support her, to uplift her as our sister in Christ, to pray for her. And I pray that she gets counseling and some type of therapy, because it sounds like jealousy, although I don't want to call it jealousy, but that's what it is. She has to get that fixed, because that'll start affecting her and her brand and everything that she is. And so she has to eliminate the issue, find the root of it, and heal it so that it doesn't affect everything that she's been called to be. And that itself, because what happens when we start projecting, we end up inviting the very thing that we do not want, because whatever you focus on is what is going to come to you. So if she continues to focus on I'm unnoticed and I'm this, she's going to start overcompensating and end up losing the very thing that she wants to hold on to. And she will start competing. That's what it says. And she'll start competing and end up losing herself. So that's my conversation for the day. That's my opinion about the matter. And I know that you can relate. And I want you just to be... I know that you can relate to her in what she was saying, even from the shallowest end of what she could have meant to what I believe she meant. So make sure that you like my channel on YouTube. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and share this with a friend. And also, let's have a conversation below. Like, what's up? Like, what you think she meant? Like, let's have a discussion. So stay tuned to more videos, and I love you guys, and I will see you all